Okay, perfect. Okay, so thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it because it's very important when you start your business to, one, get to know our team, because we are going to be sharing ideas with you guys and helping you guys along your journey, but also because we have a saying that we like to say that says, those who show up go up. When you train yourself, when you learn, you grow in your business. So I'm going to start by introducing myself. I'm Liz Mercado. I'm the director of the Tinker Stars team. I've been with Scentsy for about 6.5 years. My Scentsy story has evolved over the years. I joined Scentsy as a hobby, thinking I'm only going to do this for about 2 years max. I just want a little extra money. I want a distraction. In 2012, when I joined, my husband and I had lost our first child. And so I wanted something to help me not fall into depression, not fall into a grief, because I knew that I wanted kids eventually, and I didn't want to be, a mom that was just so into her grief that I couldn't handle my own kids. So I figured, I'm like, well, since it could be like my little outlet, it can help me meet new people, it can help me get distracted, and then 2 years or more, around 2 years, I'll just quit. But when I started my business, I went to my first event and I thought, I'm just going to go because I want to take the day off from work. Honestly, that was my excuse. I just was like, it's a girl's day. I can go, I can have fun and just kind of not go to work. And that changed my mindset. That world tour, which back then was called Spring Sprint, I started hearing all these stories. I started hearing, people that were just like me, working regular 9-to-5s, people that didn't have a degree per se, making this endless income. And I was like, you know what? I want that, because when I have a kid, I don't want to have to go back to work. I don't want to have to depend on others to be able to make a living. I went to college. I didn't finish. I got my cosmetology license and I worked in a salon for about 6 months. So I, at that time, felt like a failure. I felt like I'm never going to amount to anything because I don't have a degree on the wall. Mind you, I've always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, so I didn't really need a degree for that, right? So my hobby mindset turned into a career mindset. But I still had a little bit of a setback because I spent a lot of time blaming everyone else for my unsuccessfulness. My sponsor, who I originally signed up under, she quit, and I rolled up to somebody else who did nothing for me. She never reaches out to me, except for now that I'm a director. She never would motivate me. She never would cheer me on when I was about to promote to something or when I was about to earn a trip. She never did any incentives or anything like that. And I just felt so discouraged by that. And every time that I could not meet a goal, it was because my sponsor didn't help me. It was because my sponsor was not good enough, until I met a wonderful director named Katie Farner. You guys can look her up on YouTube. She's amazing. She's actually a superstar director now. And she confronted me and said, are you doing your business for your sponsor, or are you doing it for yourself? And of course, my answer was for myself. And she's like, well, then it doesn't matter what your sponsor does or does not do for you. It matters what you do for you. And that completely changed my mindset again, and it completely changed my business. From there, I started recruiting. I started moving up the compensation plan, and I had that site on director. And I remember, you guys, there was people that kept telling me that I could not do it, that being a mom of little kids and having a husband that works a lot of long hours, I was just not going to get there. And I just kept pushing through and saying, yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm going to prove everyone wrong. So that's my Scentsy story. I absolutely love Scentsy. I absolutely love the company. I love the product, but I really love the company even more, and what it has helped me, personally. My self-esteem is a lot better. Financially, yes, we are a lot stabler, but I just love what it's done for me personally. So I know you guys are probably thinking, some of you guys might have joined at the beginning of May, some towards the middle, some towards the end, maybe even in June. But you guys might be thinking, okay, I clicked that join button, now what do I do? And you might be feeling a little bit scared, a little bit lost because you're like, okay, maybe you have sales experience, maybe you've never had sales experience, maybe you've done direct sales, maybe you've never done direct sales. But first thing I'm going to tell you is don't let fear hold you back. And that excitement that you had at one point, maybe it was when you were filling out the join information, or maybe it was when you were talking to your sponsor about joining, keep that excitement. Excitement attracts excitement, and it's going to help you to be able to launch your business successfully when you're excited about it. Now, just a couple of things that I wish that I would have known when I first started is basically what I'm going to talk to you guys about tonight. First thing is, know your goal. There is no goal that is too small, you guys. If you join Scentsy to get your product for free and half off, that's your goal. That is just as important as someone who joined to make an extra $1,000 a month. It doesn't matter the price tag on your goal. Your goal is your goal, and it's important. But know what your goal is, and then set an action plan in place. Whatever your goal is, you have to know what you have to do to achieve that goal. And maybe you don't know that. That's why your sponsor and I'm here for. We can help you determine if, for example, you just want to get your stuff for free and half off. Well, maybe you just have to do 1 party a month or 2 parties a month, or like collect orders to get 2 parties a month so that you can get your stuff for free and half off. If you want to make $1,000 a month, then we have to talk about how many parties are you going to do? How many are you going to sponsor? Are you going to be doing events? That will be able to be determined depending on your goal. Once your goal is determined and you start setting your plan into place, then the action comes in. The action is required so that you can actually get to your goal. Because if you write your goal down and you just leave it there, it's just like a dream. It's not going to come true on its own. It's going to come true with hard work. Now, Scentsy is enjoyable. I absolutely love my job, but it does require work. I wouldn't say it's harder work. I would say it's easier work because we enjoy it, but it is still work. It also helps you to understand when you have your goal, how often you need to be checking in with your sponsor or your sponsor checking in with you. Someone that has the goal of just getting their stuff for free or half price, they probably don't need us to be checking in with them to make sure that they are getting to that goal, even though we still check in with you guys because we love you, and that can change in an instant from being a hobbyist to being a careerist. So it just kind of helps determine how much help you're going to get. 2, you're going to hear this over and over in Scentsy trainings. Create a list of 100. Now, I know that the number 100 can seem like a lot, and you probably think, I don't even know 100 people. That's fine. If you only know 30 people, write those 30 people down. Think of the people that you know. Go through your phone, go through social media. Think of the acronym FRANKS, friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids, and spouse contacts, because these people are going to be kind of like your roadmap. So you write your list, and what I say is get 3 different color highlighters, and you're going to highlight each name with a different color. You're going to think, okay, who will buy from me? And you're going to highlight in one color. And then you're going to think, okay, who do I think will host a party for me? And you highlight those people in that color. And then you might say, well, who do I think would join, or who would I love to work with? And you highlight them with the other 3rd color. Then it's kind of like a map to determine who you're going to talk to and about what. Now, I always like to start with hosting before buying, just because if I can get a party, that's a lot better than just an order. But if they don't want to host a party, then I can kind of go into the sale. So once you get your list of 100 or the number that you get, you want to start attacking that list. Now, I know that sounds kind of like a scary movie, but you want to work on that list, and you want to be updating that list constantly. So if you talk to Ashley, who's on your list, about hosting a party and she booked a party for you, then you might want to remove her from that list and put her on a different list for hostesses or customers and add somebody in her place. We're constantly meeting new people, and if you're not, which is something that I'm always like, feel like I'm never meeting new people, then we have to figure out a way that you can meet new people, whether it's a group about a hobby that you have on Facebook, or if it's joining like a club. Like I always try to figure out things that I can join, especially now that my kids are a little bit older, that they can join where I can meet parents, where I can meet people, because by being at home, my socializing is very limited. So I try to look for ways, like I have my daughter in dance, so I know the dance moms, and I offered the dance studio a fundraiser. Now she's starting Girl Scouts, so I'm going to be meeting a lot of other moms. And eventually, not that I attack them on the first day I meet them, but eventually Scentsy is going to come up. I'm always branded. So sometimes people will ask me, well, what is Scentsy? Oh, or you do Scentsy. And I tell them, yes, I actually do. You know, I'm a Scentsy director. And I lead from there on. Or I might bring samples with me, or I might pull out a catalog and, you know, be working on orders while I'm surrounded by people so that they can see that I'm a Scentsy consultant. So we constantly need to be meeting new people and updating that list so that we can keep replenishing our customer pool. 3, if you haven't already, plan your launch party. It doesn't matter if it's a home party, an online party, a basket party. I did my launch party as a basket party. I just took my testers with me everywhere I went, and a catalog. Everywhere I went, I took them with me, and I would take them out and be like, oh my gosh, here, smell, you know? And I would get orders that way. Like I didn't do a particular set date launch party, but it helps you to not only, 1, let people know that you are a Scentsy consultant now. 2, it will help you reach your goal, whether it is to hit shooting star, sensational star, or just a certain amount in sales that month. It's going to help you to reach that goal. And it might help you to get new parties or get new teammates as well, because if they come to your launch party, they see Scentsy, they might be like, oh, well, I want to get stuff for free and half off, so I'll host a party. Or, hey, you look like you're having fun, I want to join. So plan your launch party. And if you need help with that, reach out to your sponsor. Your sponsor probably had a launch party of her own, or she knows how to do one because she's been around a little long enough to see what a launch party is. So she can totally help you. And sometimes if you decide to do a home party and it works out, maybe your sponsor or somebody else from the team can be there to help guide the party along. 4, workstation. Let it become your new best friend. The workstation is like our pathway to Scentsy. That is where they keep us updated with new products, news about home office. They keep all the policies and procedures in there. They keep training in there. That's where we go in to put in our orders and we can track them. I mean, it is literally like a virtual office for our business. So if you haven't already, sit down on your workstation and just go tab by tab to see what each tab is. Get familiarized with it. Play with it. Let it become your best friend. That way, when you are about to close a party, you don't just click on there for the first time and you're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? It is very intimidating at first, but I guarantee you it becomes like so easy that sometimes I had to remind myself that my new team members do not know the workstation because I literally can just navigate it so easily. And they have so much in there. I mean, they have ways that you can communicate with your customers, ways that you can communicate with your team members. They have the training center. They have idea share. So if you have an idea that you would like Scentsy to think about, you can actually put it on idea share and get people to vote on it. And if Scentsy picks it, then you will get notified and then they might come out with your product. Who knows? Like they do a lot of our products are ideas from consultants, are ideas that they've gotten as feedback from us. So, and if you have questions about the workstation, again, reach out to your sponsor, ask on the team page, look up on YouTube. There is a lot of information in our workstation, so I'm pretty sure you guys will have questions. Don't feel like a question is not don't don't ever think that a question is stupid. There's no stupid questions, you guys. Everyone has different questions. You are starting a new business, and it's like if you are just opening a store, basically. Like if you were to open a store and you've never done it before, you're going to have questions. You're going to have things that you're going to try to figure out how to do. And the workstation is one of them. So if you have questions, let us know. We are here to help. Lastly, train. When we start a new job, the first thing they do is they train us on that job. They train us on the tasks. They train us on how they like things to be done. They train. So train yourself. You guys, we have an amazing training center inside of our workstation. Our team does Zoom calls every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. And I've actually have lined up a couple of Scentsy sisters that are directors and above to come do some trainings this month. So they're amazing trainings on all sorts of different things: recruiting, parties, fundraisers, how to get new customers, how to get parties sales up. There's tons of different topics that we choose to train on. So our Zoom call is very like a wild card. It's kind of like just whatever we pick up that we can get trained on, we pick up. It doesn't have like a theme per month or anything like that. Now, Scentsy also does a worldwide training every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And if you're at work and you can't catch that training live, you can always catch the recording that they put in the training center 24 to 48 hours after. Those trainings are really amazing, and they're also done by top leaders of the company, and they're on all sorts of different subjects. I mean, I still watch the training, and I still learn a lot of new things that I have never even thought of for my business. But there's always YouTube. There's also trainings that we have done in the past that you can look through in our Facebook team page. There's trainings to come. So always train yourself. Your consultant guide that you guys got in your kit, or virtually if you got the $15 starter kit, is like a gold mine. It has everything in there that you can possibly imagine, even like vocabulary that we use, like PRV. People are like, what's PRV? So train, train, train. Never stop wanting to learn how to grow your business, whether it's by recruiting, whether it's by doing fundraisers or doing events, whatever it is that you want to do, always want to grow. I came across a lesson last year at SFR in one of the trainings where they said, if you are the best at booking in your group, or the best at sponsoring in your group, or the best at events in your group, you're not going to continue to grow. Your growth is limited. You need to move from that group and go to a group where you're not the best, so that you can actually keep growing. And it's so true. You always want to grow and take knowledge in, because the more knowledge you have in this business, the better it's going to be. And I'm not saying you're going to know it all within, like, we don't expect you to know it all like right away. We know it's a learning process. We know that it's something that you're going to come across things maybe a year from now when you come across that situation. There's still things that I come across that I'm like, oh my gosh, I would have never known how to handle that. Or somebody will come to me with a question like, hey, a customer just told me this and that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never had anyone ask me that. So like, I have to learn something new because I've never had that happen to me. Know your why. Why did you join Scentsy? Whether it's to get the product for free, whether it's to make a little extra money, whether it's to have friendships, whether it's to travel, whatever you did, whatever caught your attention and helped you decide to join, keep that why very present. That why is going to help you get out of bed when you don't want to. That why is going to help you turn off Netflix when all you want to do is like lay down and watch TV. That why is going to get you off your phone from playing games to actually work your business. You guys, Scentsy is a blessing. It's a blessing, but it is work. And Sometimes work can be boring. We understand that. Sometimes work can be hard. It can be scary. I hate making phone calls. Hate it. I'd rather email or text anyone all day long, but I hate making phone calls. And so when I have to make phone calls, I put that at the bottom of my list. And I'm not doing anyone a service, like a favor by putting that on the bottom of my list. I'm actually like taking an opportunity off of my own table just because I'm scared. I'm scared of talking to someone personally and having them say no, or having them say like, don't bother me, or whatever it is that I'm scared of. So have your why very present so that when you get discouraged, when you get brought down, when you're tired, that why can drive you. Now, I probably have mentioned a couple of things that you guys might or might not know what they are exactly, like shooting star, sensational star, SFR, all that stuff. So shooting star and sensational star are our two fast charts awards. If you got my welcome email, I kind of attached a picture that has basic information about those. And the information is in your consultant guide. But shooting star is an award that you can earn within your first 15 days. So within your first 15 days of being a Scentsy consultant, if you sell $500 in PRV, which is in the US, it's $1 per one PRV for most things. The only things that are different are the licensed products like Disney products. So if you do that in your first 15 days, you earn shooting star. Now, if for any reason you did not earn shooting star, that does not determine what success you can have with your business. I know tons of Scentsy sisters that never earned shooting star or sensational star, and they are amazingly successful. And I know people that did earn them, and they're no longer with Scentsy. So if you didn't earn them, don't let that bring you down. Don't let that determine your thought of how successful you're going to be. You can hit shooting star whenever you determine you want to. The company might not send you a charm and the certificate, but you can say, today is the 3rd, and by the 18th, I'm going to hit my shooting star, and do it. Prove it to yourself that you can do it if you were not able to do it at the beginning. If you are within your first 15 days, shoot for that. It's an amazing award that you can earn, but it does not determine your success. Sensational Start. Sensational Start is the second Fast Start award that we have. You have 70 days to earn that, and there's 3 different levels. If you want to know all about the different levels and like what you have to do to earn each level, it's all in your consultant guide. It's also on the workstation if you just search Sensational Start. But there's 3 different levels, and you have 70 days to earn that. And each level has their own requirements and their own awards. The consultant guide, like I said, is the guide that you guys got in your kit or virtually, and it has all the information of the Scentsy Awards. It has the information about home office. It has, it is like a treasure. I still have my consultant guide because I still refer to it from time to time. SFR is our Scentsy Family Reunion, which happens every year in July. This year is in Austin, and registration does close June 13th, so you still have time to sign up if you guys want to go. It's an amazing experience. I'm not going to lie. Like, it is overwhelmingly exciting and so worth the registration price. I know that it can be pricey. The years that I have not earned it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to pay this much money. But you get so much out of it. First, you're going to get products that you're going to be able to bring home. Products that nobody else is going to have because it's stuff that's coming out in the fall. You're going to get training one-on-one. You're going to get to hear from keynote speakers that are famous all around the world. And you're going to be able to like just soak up that Scentsy spirit that you can only soak up at events. It is amazing. And that one usually lasts 3 to 4 days. So this year it's 4 days. It's from Wednesday through Saturday. Yes, Wednesday through Saturday. And it's in Austin. Incentives. So Scentsy does a couple of different incentives. They have incentive trips, they have incentive awards, and then they have incentive prices. Right now, we are in an incentive called Slingshot. If you haven't heard about it, then let me know in the chat, because we still have 2 months, you guys, and anyone can earn this. It is super, super, like, I think it's the easiest incentive I've ever seen. But this particular incentive is more like prizes. So like they're giving away, like, you know, product, they're giving away shopping sprees, they're giving away tools, points for the fall. They're not giving away a particular trip except for the top 50. So then we have incentives that are trips. Like our fall incentive is always a trip. They've done a Mediterranean cruise, they've done Punta Cana, they've done Mexico, they've done New York, they've done Panama, not Panama, Costa Rica, Hawaii. I mean, they do trips all over the world, and you can earn those. They are not exclusive to only the top of the company. Anyone can earn them. You guys will hear me talk a lot about Beth Oliver. She's actually on our team page, but she's not on our team. She's actually going to Marco Island this month. She's top 100 of the trip earners. So last year, the trips were Marco Island, Switzerland, and New Zealand, and the top 100 could pick any trip. So top 100 of the whole company is, one of them is my friend Beth, and Beth is a director. She was actually not a director when she started the incentive trip. She was a superstar consultant. So anyone can earn the trips, and anyone can earn any level. It's literally up to you and your work. And then there's awards. So you can earn awards like lifetime PRV. You get charms. You get certificates and charms for every time that you do a $2,000 a month. You get charms and awards every time that you recruit someone and they hit shooting star. So they like to praise us. They like to reward us. I'm a recognitions person. Like, I love recognition. You can get a lot out of me if you just recognize me. Like, I tell my husband that all the time. I'm like, if you just tell me how nice the house looks, like, you will like make my day. I don't care if the house looks like crap. Like, if I did something, you recognize me for it, I will be the happiest person ever. So do you guys have any questions? I know I just like bombarded a bunch of information, but I want you guys to know the things that I would have liked to know to help me be successful at the beginning. Because I feel like I was not told like half of this stuff, and I hit shooting star by mistake. Like I told you guys, I carried my testers with me everywhere, and I got an email saying, congratulations, you hit shooting star. And I was like, what is shooting star? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. And so I looked it up in my consulting guide, and I was like, oh, there's a sensational star. Now I'm going to go for that, you know, but I wasn't told anything. So that's why I wanted to do this call, because I'm like, I want to make sure that everyone knows what's going on and what they can achieve with their business. Do you guys have any questions? No? Oh, perfect. Well, I am so glad that you guys are part of our team. I don't know exactly. I'm not going to lie. We had so many people join in May that I have not memorized who is under what sponsor. But I know that a lot of the people, like everyone that was sponsoring, is really, really good leaders. So I'm super excited to have you guys on our team, and know that if for any reason your sponsor is unavailable, I'm here to help you. Our team page is here to help you. We have an amazing superstar director, Patricia Border, that's here to help you. And then Scentsy Home Office is here to help you. Don't ever feel defeated. Don't ever feel like you're alone. If you're ever discouraged, we're here to pick you up and help you keep moving your business along. That is all I have for you guys tonight. So I want to thank you guys for jumping on the call, and I will let you guys go. Bye.